development on the front.
Okay, so, where do I start? Okay, Titans is a mess. The show Titans, produced by DC for its streaming service, is a mess. It's what some would say terrible. Episode 1, the execution is shit. Okay, some say, it's got a cool action scene at the start where he kicks ass and throws Robin harangues. I don't know why they did that as a, I don't know, design choice. Just have batarangs. He is Batman's sidekick, or was. But anyway, it's just, the action scene, it was pretty shit, honestly, ahead. Don't look like it was real, which is the whole point of having an action scene. It's got to look real, and it felt weightless, which is just not another thing you want a thing. Like, if you want a thing that looks like cool, you don't want that thing. Just poorly executed. If I had to rate this episode out of 10, I would rate it a 3 or a 4. I don't like it. Honestly, I hate it. And episode 2, it's better. The introduction of Hawk and Dove is great, but their role and what the story in this one, which affects them quite great, I don't really care about. And the ending, I'm not that affected because I've literally just met the characters. It's not like we've built up to a season where they've been like Injustice. If they had been like mentors and like been involved in this episode, been involved with the characters, and this had happened in a later season, maybe people would have cared more. I mean, no one cares about them. Sure, the characters, they're better, okay, way improved from episode 1, because that's just, well, guess what, we have this character, other character, then the other character, forgot how to count in French. And it just fails, and it's obviously rushed. Again, like, honestly, DC rushed so much things. DC rushed so many things. Like, they rushed the cinematic universe out, and they rushed this out to compete with Disney streaming services. Honestly, you did not need to. If you really wanted to get good attention and, like, I don't know, reign above Marvel, you don't need a streaming service. Your streams, DC streaming service is pointless. There's basically DC stuff, but you can get that from everywhere else, and they're not going to pull it, otherwise fans, they will do things that will not be profitable. Mainly they'll be pissed off, and DC, you're dead, except from the comic industry. You're doing pretty good there. But yeah, it's just, the Hawk and Dove, they're underdeveloped and they're not really deserving of the finale. And like, the thing that recurs is like this relationship with the Dove and Robin, and like, we don't really care because we've never really seen it before. Okay, this is a new relationship in like the whole of these characters' history, to my knowledge anyway. But I'm pretty sure nothing's really happened, and like, it's not really deserved. And Dick Grayson kind of comes across as an asshole. And I know his character's like, oh, I've changed. Batman changed me. Oh no. So what? Literally, when Robin, whatever he's called, left, it's because Batman was a dick, 'cause he's slept with his girlfriend and scared the family by beating up the family's father. And that was like, no, I'm a good person, so fuck you. And he socked Batman. Like, come on. It's not because that's just the best characterization, I guess, but the acting is pretty good. But okay, this is another thing about Raven. The CGI is shit. I'm going to use this word a lot. Shit. It is awful. Why the black eyes, huh? Why didn't you go with the stylish 3, I think. I mean, it's Trigon after all. Sorry if you didn't know that, by the way, but it's Trigon. Doesn't really spoil much. Let's get back to it. So, Grayson's a dick, and he's not like that in the comics. Rarely is Grayson a dick, and if he's a dick, he's not a dick twice in the same episode, if you know what I mean. He's just not inherently a bad person. Sure, he's like, I've changed. Yeah, but Robin in the relationship, regardless, pretty much, even though he gets a bit moody, is always the nicer one. And like, Hawk character, he's solid. Like a couple of his lines and like his motives or the things he, you know, knows about. This is pretty. It's like how he's like, oh, okay, let's get this straight. Okay, so his motives and like decisions in kind of those are justified. Like how he's pissed at Grayson, but it's kind of not like you don't kind of know what it is because the editing is shit. Because it's obvious that this thing's happened, and do we know, or do we actually know what happened straight away? No, even though we get flashbacks, it's confusing. How do you make flashbacks confusing? It's only got to tell us 2 things. And they failed to do that. 2 things. Okay. But he's a pretty solid character, and his views for like, oh, you can't just dump this person on us, you dick, you psychopath. You literally stabbed someone in the testicles, which I'll get to in a minute. So he's a pretty good character, and like, Hawk and Dove, they're fine. Rachel's character, it could be well developed, it's not bad. So this Grayson character, it's not bad, it's just not great.